Hi, my name is Kamal Zamin Kamal, and my matrix number is A22A1239. Today I would like to talk about the inflation rate. So what is inflation rate? The inflation rate is the percentage increases in the general price level of goods and services in an economy over a specific period. So typically 1 year. So essentially it measures how much more expensive a set of goods and services has become over time. So by understanding inflation, it is crucial for us because it affects our purchasing power, cost of living, and overall economic stability. So how is inflation measured? So the inflation rate is usually calculated using price indexes, the most common of which are the Consumer Price Index, which is CPI. This index measures the average change over time in the prices paid by the urban consumer for a basket of goods and services. So the next one is the Producer Price Index. So Producer Price Index is a measure of the average change over time in the selling prices received by domestic producer for the output. So these indices provide a comprehensive overview of price changes in the economy, helping us understand the inflationary trends. So what is the impact of the inflation? The impact of the inflation on the economy can vary, which is the first one, we have the moderate inflation, generally considered a sign of growing economy. Moderate inflation indicates increasing demand for goods and services. Hyperinflation is the next one, which is an extremely high and typically accelerating inflation rate that can lead to economic instability and collapses in the value of currency. So the last one is deflation. Decrease in the general price level or deflation can signal to an economic problem and lead to reduced consumer spending and increased unemployment. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Natasha Zainal. My number metric is A22A1227. So today, I will present question 2, which is how to calculate the inflation rate with an example. The formula for calculate the inflation is CPI current year minus by CPI previous year divided by CPI previous year. For your information, CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. So right now, I will give simple example that everyone can understand. Based on the table, I will explain how to calculate if the question wants for inflation rate of 2006. Let's say CPI on current year of 2006 is 103.7 and CPI previous year is 100. So what we need to do now is just put all the information given in the inflation rate formula and they can get the final answer, which is 3.7%. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. My name is Nurisa Irwana binti Jeffrey. My number meeting is A22A0440. I want to present to you question number 3. A. What caused inflation in the domestic market? According to the article, the cause of inflation in the domestic market include: first, increase in the price of goods and services; second, rising cost of inputs such as raw materials; third is increase in production cost due to higher fuel price; and fourth, supply chain disruption and shortage in the supply of basic goods. B. What types of inflation happen in China and the United States (US)? Give a reason for your answer. The article mentioned that China and the United States have experienced cost-push inflation. This type of inflation occurs when the cost of production, such as raw materials and fuel, increase, leading to a rise in the price of final goods and services. The reason for this is the increase in production costs following the post-pandemic energy crisis. C. Briefly explain economic policy could be used and how the implementation of the policy will change a price level. Economic policy to address inflation can include: first, short-term action plans and tax incentive; second is subsidy mechanisms based on productivity; third is the fiscal policy. Implementation of this policy can help reduce the cost pressure on producers through labor stabilizing or even reducing the price levels of goods and service. Thank you.
A very good morning, madam. My name is Lisa and my number matrix is A2280762. Now I will present question 4, which is explain who benefit from inflation. First, the debt with adjustable rate loans can benefit from inflation as the real cost of their debt decrease over time. This is because as price rise, the value of money decreases, making it easier to repay loans with the same nominal amount. Next, for example, if a company has taken out a loan for investment purposes, inflation can reduce the real burden of the debt. Next, let's talk about asset owner. People own companies that own assets, particularly in high demand areas, might see an increase in the value of their property due to the inflation. For example, property owner in booming real estate market can benefit from rising property value as inflation push price up. Besides that, producer who can pass cost increase thus on to customer can also benefit from inflation. This is especially true in sectors like transportation, housing, and food, where companies often have the ability to adjust prices. For instance, a transportation company might raise fare to cover higher fuel costs, maintaining their profit margins. Finally, government with high level of debt can find inflation and advantages. Inflation reduces the real value of debt, making it easier for government to manage their finances. For example, if a government has significant debt, inflation can lessen the real burden of that debt over time. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fatin Izzati binti Kamsani, metric number A22811110. I will explain question number 5, why inflation is considered to be a problem for an economy. First, purchasing power erosion. When price rise consistently, consumer can afford fewer goods and services with the same amount of money. This can lead to a decrease in living standards as people struggle to maintain their previous levels of consumption. For example, if wage do not keep pace with inflation, people may find it harder to afford necessities like food, housing, and healthcare. Number 2, uncertainty. Inflation introduces uncertainty into the economy, making it difficult for businesses to plan for the future. If prices are expected to rise, businesses may delay investment decisions or hold excess cash rather than investing it in productive activities. This can lead to lower economic growth and employment levels as businesses adopt a cautious approach. Number 3, international competitiveness. Inflation can affect a country's international competitiveness by making its export more expensive and import cheaper. This can lead to a deterioration of the trade balance as exports become less competitive in foreign markets, while imports become more attractive to domestic consumers. A persistent trade deficit can weaken a country's economy over time by reducing its ability to generate income from foreign trade. Number 4, income redistribution. Inflation can redistribute income and wealth within society. Those on fixed income or with limited bargaining power, such as retired or low-wage workers, may see their purchasing power eroded as prices rise faster than their incomes. On the other hand, those with assets that tend to increase in value during inflationary periods, such as real estate or stocks, may benefit from higher asset price and increased wealth. The last one is hyperinflation risk. In extreme cases, inflation can spiral out of control and lead to hyperinflation. Hyperinflation occurs when price rise at an extremely rapid rate, causing the value of the currency to collapse. Hyperinflation can have catastrophic consequences for an economy, including widespread social unrest, loss of confidence in the currency, and economic collapse. Example for hyperinflationary episode include Germany in 1920 and Zimbabwe in the 2000. Thank you.